Folks, this is what I predicted at the Supreme Court of the United States on behalf of President Trump 3 years ago, and it's coming true now. Take a listen.
The Second Circuit is wrong and should be reversed. If not reversed, the decision weaponizes 2,300 local DAs. An overwhelming number of them are elected to office and are thereby accountable to their local constituencies. The decision would allow any DA to harass, distract, and interfere with the sitting president. It subjects the president to local prejudice that can influence prosecutorial decisions and to state grand juries who can then be utilized to issue compulsory criminal process in the form of subpoenas targeting the president. This is not mere speculation. It is precisely what has taken place in this case.
That's in New York. This is in Georgia. And it's the same thing. It's not just the president. It's the president and his lawyers. I'm incensed by this. This, to me, is disgusting. Lawyers in America should be up in arms.
But they won't be. Conservative attorneys might, but you know
and
what?
Even them, I'm not so sure, because nobody wants to get near this stuff. But here's the real problem here. I mean, first of all, some really good lawyers have been brought into this, which is not right. But as lawyers that represented this president, for 4 years, I could tell you as a lawyer, I read this thing twice last night, once this morning. I am incensed by the allegation, 41 counts, most of which are lawyers doing their job. You realize most of the defendants here are lawyers.
Yep. Yeah, I was going through it.
I want everybody to hear that. They've gone after the lawyers, saying that the lawyers were involved in a racketeering, influence, corrupt organization scheme on the election, and they were advocating legal positions. But by the way, and Ken Cheeseborough, whose name's been now coming popular, he was a protege at Harvard Law, by the way, of who? Lawrence Tribe. John Eastman, people have said, oh, who is he? A law clerk for Clarence Thomas and the dean of the Chapman School of Law, Bob Cheeley, one of the leading, if not the leading, defense plaintiffs lawyers, one of the leading plaintiffs lawyers in the state of Georgia. The chairman of the Georgia Republican Party. So when is everybody going to wake up and say report for duty here?
Yeah, I mean,
you can't just talk about this. You got to take action on this stuff.
There's multiple pages of this. It'll say an attorney who does this, an attorney who does this, another person's attorney working with the Trump team, a former Trump team, a Georgia attorney is how they recognize Cheeley. Not even working for Trump. They don't even say just a Georgia attorney.
You've weaponized these DAs to then turn around and shut up the lawyers. Stop the lawyers from speaking. If we don't stand up for these lawyers, there is no way the country survives this when you have the lawyers. I'm not even talking about the president. When the lawyers are put in the crosshairs for defending their client, which we take an oath to do. Yeah. An oath to defend the Constitution of the United States, so help me God. And they're saying you do that, you now are a racketeer, influence, and corrupt organization criminal.
Yeah. I mean,
by the way, they all lose their bar license, too. These lawyers are losing their personal liberty for representing a client who happened to be the president of the United States. You want to help us help them? Go to ACLJ.org right now. Join our Life and Liberty Drive, and this is the Liberty portion of that drive. ACLJ.org. Do it today. We encourage you to be engaged in this incredibly important issue.